Rafizi wants to be number one. Saifuddin doesn't want to be number one. Nurul Izzah has to be the number one. This is basically the situation in PKR right now. PKR is currently the ruling party in Malaysia. PKR is also successfully consolidating its position in the country. Having power is one thing, but consolidating it until you become secure with the power you have is another thing. Muhyiddin and Bersatu also used to have power, but they failed to consolidate it. Under Anwar, however, PKR has been much more successful in consolidating power, and thus, barring any unexpected events, PKR will likely remain as the ruling party of Malaysia for at least a couple of more election cycles to come. Considering that, it is natural that everybody will want to be the number one or be on the side of who will emerge as the number one in PKR today. The current number one in PKR today is obviously Anwar. Considering his ability to safeguard and consolidate the power in his possession, I think we can safely say that Anwar will be at the pole position in the power of the country for as long as he is able. Anwar's problem, however, is likely his age. Anwar is going to be 78 in August. In 2 years he is going to be 80. One of Mahathir's biggest problems when he returned to power in 2018 was his age and lack of a successor. When you are as old as Mahathir or Anwar, the only way that you can retain power meaningfully is by having a loyal successor ready to replace you. If you don't have a successor, your ability to appear as a person of consequence will inevitably diminish. To be the number one, the promises you make, especially in regards to punishment and rewards, have to be kept. Nobody is going to respect you as a person of weight and consequence if nobody thinks that you will be able to reward anyone or punish anyone using your power. When you are as old as Anwar, if he asks someone to do him a favor with a promise that he will reward them a few years down the line, they might not be too keen to take up his offer because who knows what is going to happen to him in a few years. Also, when you are old, your opponents will also likely be emboldened to take a stronger offensive position towards you, because they will know that even if you are strong enough to hammer them with strength today, they only need to hold out for a few more years before you become weakened by age. Nurul Izzah as the successor. When people start to not take Anwar's promises seriously on account of his age, Anwar's position will deteriorate from that of a real leader with real power to a figurehead who merely serves as the symbol of PKR. To prevent that, Anwar will have to position Nurul Izzah as his successor, because it is only Nurul Izzah that can be counted on to fulfill all the promises that Anwar will make today. Well, that is because although Rafizi is currently the PKR number 2, Rafizi is his own man. He does not identify with Anwar. Rafizi does not align his thoughts, views, or ideas with that of Anwar. If it comes to pass that Rafizi replaces Anwar, and someone who Anwar has made a promise to in the past asks Rafizi to fulfill Anwar's promise, Rafizi might just as well reply, "I am Rafizi, not Anwar. I am not bound by the promises that Anwar made to you according to his plans and views. I have my plans and views." Section Saifuddin's role. Nurul Izzah, however, will almost certainly honor whatever promises that Anwar will make, because it is clear for us all to see that she identifies very strongly with her father. She has identified very strongly with her father for decades. If he is the Bapa Reformasi, she is his Puteri Reformasi. Even if Nurul Izzah charts her own path in the future, she can still be expected to fulfill whatever promises Anwar has made in the past. Currently, Rafizi stands in the way of Nurul Izzah replacing Anwar. If Anwar does not do something about this, then it will incapacitate his ability to be a real leader with real power in the near future. To resolve this problem, what Anwar will likely need to do is get Saifuddin to challenge Rafizi in the coming PKR elections. Rafizi had taken the number 2 spot by defeating Saifuddin in the last PKR election, and considering the level of sourness that was on display in their contest, it is likely that Saifuddin would love to be able to have a rematch with Rafizi, and make Rafizi bite the dust this time around. The dynamics of the upcoming election are complex and unpredictable. Anwar's strategy will need to be carefully thought out to navigate these turbulent waters. Saifuddin also has a good chance to win against Rafizi this time around, because Rafizi's position has severely weakened since the last PKR election. Not only is Rafizi's performance as a minister dismal, but going by the branch and division level PKR election results recently, where many of the candidates who were aligned to him suffered losses. If Saifuddin challenges Rafizi this time around, Saifuddin looks like he has a good chance of winning against Rafizi. To Anwar, Saifuddin is a better number 2 than Rafizi, because Saifuddin has no ambition of becoming number 1. Saifuddin is what you would call a bravo male, or someone who genuinely believes in his alpha's vision, and is willing to use his intelligence, will, presence, and competence to achieve that alpha's vision. Even if they are capable of assuming the role of an alpha, they will not do it permanently, simply because they are not comfortable being the alpha. With Saifuddin as the number 2 in PKR, Nurul Izzah will almost certainly rise to be the number 1 when it is time for Anwar to hang his boot. And you know, Saifuddin will likely serve Nurul Izzah as loyally as he is serving Anwar. Considering that, I do believe that Rafizi's career is genuinely in trouble, and that is why he has gone on leave, despite the fact that he is the economic minister and the economy is in troubled waters because of Trump's tariff, and despite the fact that PKR's election is just around the corner. Anwar has previously said that the number 1 and 2 positions will not be contested in the coming PKR elections, but Saifuddin has yet to declare that he will not challenge Rafizi for the number 2 spot. Rafizi has rumored to have already thrown in the towel and conceded defeat, by offering to resign from his post as the economic minister and probably not defend his position as the PKR number 2 if challenged, but the matter is not confirmed. PKR nomination day for its central leadership election will commence on May 8th and 9th. Let's see how the cookies crumble in the coming days.